It's week 3 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Dolphins and the Seahawks, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football. And you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another. And I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other. They study each other. They work together.
The veteran, Jason Sanders, ready to get us started. And off we go from Lumen Field. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Seahawks come on, and that means it's Geno Smith. What a story he's been. Real turnaround here in his 12th year now in the NFL. Came out to Seattle, backed up Russell Wilson the last 3 years. Greg, he has been the starter, and he runs this Seattle offense now.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today, and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
He'll run again.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Off the play fake, it's Smith. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard.
Here we go.
On play action, Smith. Taking off, he'll try to get there. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
Here comes the 3rd-year man out of Michigan State, Kenneth Walker. Just a short gain to the 33-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. The tight end Fant in motion. They'll go play action. It's Smith. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Well, Mike, the other day we heard how the offensive coordinator wanted to start fast offensively, but here so far, it's been the pass rush and the defense who's gotten out to the quick start.
Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
This defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed.
The Dolphins come out on offense, and the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He led the NFL a year ago in passing yardage. Hard to believe this is season 5 already from Alabama. Greg, Tua, 26 years old, and his time is now.
If his preparation for this game is any indication of how he's going to perform today, Mike, they're going to be hard to beat. He played really well last week, but when we talked to his coaches, they told us, they're like, he has lived here all week. He has taken his level of play even up another notch. And if he can continue to operate this system, continue to get all of his weapons involved, this leadership, this ability to lead by example, it's going to rub off on the rest of this offense. I think they're going to have a good chance of changing from last week's loss to coming away today with a victory.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Tua now on third down. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes. Tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
So on fourth down, it's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Seahawks offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points in this contest. They'll begin 1st and 10. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. The veteran Calais Campbell in there for the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll get this close to a first down. Gets about 7, maybe a yard short of the first down. 3rd and a yard. On the bootleg, it's Smith. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
The Dolphins offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Now he'll run it.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
Play action, Tagovailoa. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tua. He's got the hook up there to Waddle. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Looking for Berrios downfield. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. Tua to throw again.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Here's Jake Bailey now. And John to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Seahawks offense ready for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Walker. Walker, 1st down and more. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. Here comes 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Gino. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
The Dolphins offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Miami.
1st and 10. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. He's going to run it.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Out of the pistol, here's Tua. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tua. That one caught by Smith. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
44, ready.
Tua gonna give it to Achane. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Julian Love brings him down. 2nd and 7. Back to throw is Tua. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he He tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Hill brought in motion. 3rd and long. Here's Tua. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The Seahawks offense ready to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, Smith. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Third and 5. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Connected with the tight end. That's Van.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
They go play action with Smith. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
36-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Working out of the gun, Smith. He gets that to his big target there. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
Gino to throw. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Looking for a 3rd down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. They'll try and run it with Walker, and he's not going to get there. Maybe he's looking for a cutback lane, but that certainly didn't develop. And now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
3rd and short. You think the defense has everybody packed in there real tight. So as a play caller, you're thinking, all right, let's give my running back a chance to stretch and cut. This defense was ready for all of it. They string them out wide, nowhere to cut. Take them down for a loss.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks will tie the game at 3 apiece.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Tua. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. And he will take this one in. 75 yards. Touchdown, Miami. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Makes the score Dolphins 10, Seahawks 3.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. Our next drive getting ready to start, and we'll let you know what's coming up here later tonight. It is a good one. The Chiefs and Falcons in Atlanta. Second primetime appearance for the Falcons in the last 2 weeks. Then on Monday, a doubleheader comes your way. It's the Jags and the Bills in Orchard Park. Note the start time, 7:30 Eastern, followed by the Commanders and Bengals. That kicks off at the usual 8:15 starting time. On 2nd down, it's Gino. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
You don't want to make a living off of making these kind of throws, Mike. It's one thing to throw into tight coverage, but it's another thing to throw into tight double coverage. And while the quarterback gets away with one here, I don't think you want to make a living doing it.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They put the tight end Brown in motion. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
To throw, it's Smith. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. The tight end Fant in motion. Smith to throw on 1st down. There's the big tight end Fant. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. Here's Walker. A 2nd effort, and he is in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will tie things up. It's now 10-10. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. To return it, here's Raheem Mostert. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Tyreek Hill getting ready for this next drive along with the rest of the Miami offense. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Tua gonna throw. Right back to Hill. He's got it again. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. He's going to keep it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here's Tagovailoa. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Hill brought in motion. He'll try and run it here. It's Achane. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the punt.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Here's their punter now as he's on to punt for Miami. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. The tight end Fant in motion. Play action now. It's Geno. Sending it downfield for Fant. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. Now, Geno. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. 13 yards on the catch there. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
On the ground, it's Walker. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
The tight end Fant in motion. A 2nd down throw for Smith. He'll get this complete to Walker. They get 18 on that one. First down, Seattle.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. The run up the middle, it's Walker. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Smith now. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
A 1st down throw for Smith. This one complete to his tight end, Fant. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. And that's a productive run. He gets this one down to the 4. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. He slams it in there, and he is in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Berrios on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Dolphins offense ready to get back at it. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet. These plays just kill you. Defense, the pressure is good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Bailoa. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. On comes the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. They run with Walker. And they'll be set up now, up past the 40 with that one.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
And he will score! DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Seattle. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks move out to a 24-10 lead. team's ready to go once more as the kick's away. Mostert now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. On the handoff, this is Achane. And he'll be taken down around the 29-yard line. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Here comes a return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense, Geno Smith, getting ready for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Let's give credit where credit's due. Defensively, finding yourself down by this much at this stage of the game, they could just pack it in. They could say, all right, this one's over. We're moving on to next week. They're continuing to play hard. They're continuing to get after the quarterback, and nice start to this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground here again. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this 2nd quarter. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Once again, they keep it on the ground. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this 2nd quarter. Here's Michael Dixon now as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punch it away. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. So we come to halftime in this 2-touchdown game as we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Niners who have the lead in that one. Brock Purdy with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head east to the land to check on the Brownies at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Elijah Moore, a touchdown catch in the victory. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And that game all tied up as they do battle with the visiting Lions. It was a strong first half for the former Spartan, Kenneth Walker. He's over 100 yards rushing for the game already and found the end zone twice as well. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Mostert now to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. the quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Now a first down throw for Tua. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. The NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns last year, Raheem Mostert. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Draymond Jones able to bring him down. Tua now on 3rd down. He gets that to his tight end, Smith. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Now H.A. finding space inside the 40. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
The challenge of playing a running back like this is you feel like you have him under control. You're doing a nice job putting a lid on him, and then all of a sudden, he's got a big spark play like this. That's the challenge. These guys are just so talented. You can only keep them down so long. That was a really nice run.
In motion comes Beckham. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that, they get him down behind the line.
Great job by the defense seeing this jet sweep unfold. They're able to get right to the point of contact and take this guy down for a loss.
To throw is Tua. He finds his tight end, that's Smythe.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier. When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target. It's 2nd down. Hill brought in motion. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. That's to the outside. He's got Smith. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to...
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins will cut into that lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. They'll run here with Walker. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Jalen Phillips in on the stop. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the shotgun, it's Smith. Back into the hands of Eskridge. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. 2nd down and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
To throw is Smith. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Gino. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. He'll tuck it and take off. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. Out of the pistol, here's Tua. Looking underneath for Achane. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Play action. Tagovailoa. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Walker. And he's going to be very close to a 1st down. It's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short. Here's 3rd and 2. On the handoff, this is Walker. 16-yard pickup on that one. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
We've seen 3rd down really turn into a pass-happy down throughout the league, and I think this is an example of the play caller kind of using that to his advantage. Keep the defense off guard, keeps the ball on the ground, extend this possession.
From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
He's brought down at the 45-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake, Smith. He keeps it himself. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Now, after the play, he'll stop it. We have an injured Dolphin. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Walker. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
The tight end Fant in motion. On play action, Smith. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. LaVisca Chenault. Touchdown, Seahawks. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Berrios on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense getting set to get back to work. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Now it's Tua. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And Tua very wisely hits the deck after picking up the 1st down.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the 1st down and some.
In motion comes Beckham. Tua going to give it to Achane. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now Tua. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
He's got the hook up there to Waddle. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Here's Tunga Vailoa. They're trying to set up the screen to Mostert.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward, how aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard, wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now we're looking at third down. We'll try to run it here with Mostert. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
That's taken in left side by Smith. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Throwing is Tua. That's caught by Smith on the right side.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Dolphins are back within 2 scores.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now Walker. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
We'll try and run it with Walker. And he will have the Seahawks first down. They're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run it for the first time. Here comes Zach Charbonnet. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Dolphins' 44-yard line.
Again, they'll give it to Charbonnet. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, that's it. 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Working out of the gun, Smith. And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Dolphins offense ready to get back to work. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. This one's going nowhere. Going backwards. He'll be down at the 4.